Welcome to the In Between podcast, where we're exploring what it means to find joy and contentment in the in-between seasons of life. This week, we are joined by our friend Chanda Allen. Chanda has found influence and favor in arenas from business to politics and beyond. So join us as we share tips and tricks on everything from online shopping to dealing with mommy guilt. We hope you'll enjoy episode 2 of the In Between podcast.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode number 2 of the In Between podcast. I'm Paige, and this is Leslie. And I just want to start by saying we are absolutely overwhelmed by just the wonderful response we got from our first week. Aren't we, Les?
I didn't have a lot of expectations, but if I did, it far exceeded any expectations I might have had. It was just an incredible outpouring of support and love from people about week 1.
It's so true. We just feel really blessed. We got personal emails from people literally all around the world, all the way from Nepal and Germany to friends living up north and in Canada, and lots of people right here in Texas. So just want to say, first of all, thank you for just being a part of this journey with us. Hopefully, what I heard from a lot of people is you felt like you were just having a good conversation with friends, and that is our heart behind that. So
it really is. You know, we want this to be an opportunity, not just for us to visit, once a week and talk to our friends, but we want this to really kind of become a community of in-betweeners is what we keep calling it. But, those of you, no matter what stage of life you're in or what season you're walking through, just to know that there are other people who can relate and who may have a super practical, helpful tip, or maybe even like some spiritual insight. We just really want this to grow beyond just the two of us talking and really extending to you guys, the viewers. And so there are a couple ways you can connect. If you haven't yet, please check out our website, theinbetween.com. You can connect to our Facebook there, our Instagram. Paige and I both have personal blogs. You can connect there. The blog about this podcast where we give you all the information on the shows and our guests. And so it's a great place to start. Facebook is a lot of fun because, we can converse with one another. We're going to start doing Facebook Live videos. Instagram's awesome. We're going to put up more Instagram story stuff and just kind of like real life where we're at. And we hope you guys will connect and join in that with us and really build this community.
And with that, I'm so excited. We're going to talk to Chanda Allen in episode 2 of The In Between.
I'm super excited about our guest, Miss Chanda Allen. Chanda is so much fun. I think she's like into everything. She either knows about everything or she's just like the go-to girl for all kinds of information. It's really pretty awesome. I have known Chanda, I think, since junior high.
Mm-hmm. That's
we
right.
played tennis together at Evans Junior High, and so I've known her a very long time, and she is super sweet, and we just love Chanda and her family. So welcome, Chanda Allen.
I'm happy to be here. I don't know if you remember this. This is my funny Leslie story.
Okay.
You invited me to bring your lost friend to church night one night in junior high. Do you remember that?
I was just trying to win the tennis team over for Jesus.
Obviously, I was not doing something right in junior high if Leslie invited me to bring your lost friend night at her church. But I came and I loved it and I thought it was great. And we're still friends all these years later. So don't forget your friends. Be sure to invite them to lost friend night because you never know what friendships will form.
You never know who needs a little encouragement, I guess. That's so funny. Oh,
I love it.
That is hilarious. So Paige, how was your week?
My week was good. My week was
Good.
really good. It's kind of busy, but I think everyone's life is busy right now. Every week we start off by doing this thing called Into It and Over It. Okay. So I think we prepared you, Chanda. But I'm going to start and ask Leslie. Leslie, what are you into this week? Like, what are you really into?
This is kind of cheesy, but I'm so into Alicia Keys right now. I love her on The Voice. I
Mhm.
love that she's doing the whole no makeup thing. Kudos to her because I could never do that. But also she has a new song out called Blended Family, and I love it for so many reasons because I'm part of a blended family and it's awesome. But yeah, so Alicia Keys, she's just all over the place and I love it. She's great. So I'm into Alicia Keys right now. Yeah.
Okay. Chanda, what are you into right now?
Chanda is into a couple of things. First of all, my iced lattes from Starbucks are back. I'm back on that kick. So I'm big time into that. I'm back into contouring makeup, as you can see here, because I think it makes us look a little thinner. So I'm big into that. And my other guilty pleasure these days is online resale shopping. Poshmark, Fashion File. I love a good sale. And so I'm just enamored with the idea of going online and finding good deals on resale items. So that is currently what I'm into these days.
Those are good things. Now, when you do your iced latte, do you like a flavor or do you just get like plain?
Absolutely not. Plain Jane iced latte with 3 Splenda, and it has to be in the afternoon. I can't take it in the mornings. My stomach's not ready for it yet. So that's my after school treasure when I'm driving the kids home from school. I say, okay, mommy's going to go get a coffee, and they get a buttered croissant, and life is good.
Life is good. I agree. Life is always good with a little bit of caffeine, especially in the afternoon.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you said Poshmark and Fashion File?
Oh, girls. Poshmark is amazing.
Okay.
Mercari is another one, Mercari. It's a cheaper version of Poshmark. I don't think they charge their sellers quite so much of like a consignment price, and so they're a little cheaper. And then Fashion File is my go-to. If you want a Louis Vuitton or a Balenciaga or a Burberry, go to Fashion File, and it's Phile, and they're all certified, authentic, good priced, goodies. Just love it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, everyone, I know you're trying to write that down fast. We will have them in our show notes blog. So we'll put all those links on there so you can go find Chanda's great deals. So I just bought my first ever feather earrings, which is why I'm wearing them. And I didn't think I would like them. I felt like they're a little maybe too trendy, but I'm loving them actually. Like, I feel like they give you a little pop. I actually had to be on stage for something, and I'm always looking for things when I am on stage that are a little bit more flashy. So I know Jen Hatmaker is selling some now, and Noonday has some. So this is what I'm into.
That just means you're doing something right. So
good. Yes. Yeah.
And Chanda would know because she and Jen Hatmaker are like besties almost. I mean, practically.
Besties on Facebook, only on Facebook. My cousin actually outed me the other day. She messaged me. She was at Beyond in Dallas. And she said, Chanda, I just missed Jen. Will you text her and ask her to come back into this reception room? And I was like, first of all, I would love to have her cell phone number, but stalkers like me aren't allowed to. And so she only messages me on Facebook. So I don't have a way to like secretly contact her. So my cousin was pretty disappointed that Jen Hatmaker has not given me her cell phone number yet. So get the word out. I need it.
Okay. We will work on it. We'll work on it. Yeah.
So that's what we're into. Mm-hmm. But there's also the opposite side of what are you over? Like just done with, over it. For me, I'm just going to be honest. And I was checking out Chanda's chairs because I'm so over dining room table chairs. Mm-hmm. I have been on the hunt, putting my house together since we moved here. It's kind of been slow, and I've just been really careful about picking pieces and making sure I get stuff that I really love. But I cannot make a decision about a dining room chair to save my life. Like I'm just over it, and I've looked on every website and every store, and so I have a beautiful table and no chairs yet. But maybe one of these days I'll decide on a chair. But for now, I'm taking a break from dining room chairs. So yeah.
Are you actually going to eat there anyway?
You know, I like to think we will.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Who knows?
Hopes and dreams.
So for now. Yeah. So what about you, Chanda? What are you just...
I have a good one for this. I'm totally over leg tanner, like sunless tanner, because now it's cooler outside. I don't have to mess with artificially tanning my white pasty legs. Praise Jesus. That's what I'm very excited to be over.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Awesome. Okay, what about you, Paige?
What I'm over, I'm already over. School's only been going on for what, like maybe a month.
Mm-hmm.
But every day they send home, Sayla's just in first grade, but all of her little worksheets that she's done throughout the day. And my child, like, I don't know if it's, early signs of hoarding, but she wants to keep every worksheet. And so I have to like secretly, throw them away. So I'm just over all the worksheets. I wish the teachers would just keep them. I don't need to know.
Okay, I have a tip for you here. That one of my really great mom friends does. I trash mine right in front of my children just to like kill their hopes and dreams. I just open up the pantry and I just trash them right there. I'm like, get ready for disappointment. We don't keep all of our work. But here's what my friend does. She takes a picture of all of the work and and then she trashes it. And at the end of the year, she makes a memory book for her children of all of their artwork and their projects from the past year. And it's in one book that she has made rather than lots of pieces of paper.
That's a great idea.
There you go.
Okay. I might do it, but I also may just continue to dash their dreams and hopes. I don't know. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so now that we've done into it, or over it, I'm going to jump in. Our whole podcast is called The In-Between because our concept is everybody is in between different stages of life, and even when we love our stage of life, we're always still kind of thinking about the next thing. And when Leslie and I were talking about, okay, what different people do we want to interview initially, we both thought of you because we feel like you have just kind of had this major in-between moment. So I want you to tell us a little bit about what did life look like for you like a year ago?
Sure.
And what does life look like for you now?
Yes, it is completely different. So a year ago, I had one job. I was political director for a U.S. congressman, and I had 2 children and 1 husband, and somewhat manageable. We all had our duties and our jobs, and everyone could do what they had been tasked to do. Yeah. So now my boss is retiring, and so we have transformed now, and so I do a little bit for him because he's on his way out, but I still have a few duties that I do for him. And word kind of got out that Chanda had some extra time, so now I'm on a few more boards, and so that's my life now is managing lots of different things that don't necessarily take up a lot of time, but it's many more balls in the air. My husband and I also have some business interests in some restaurants that have 2 specifically opened within a week of each other. And so I do a little bit here and I do a little bit there. And so life is just as busy as it always has been, but instead of just getting to sit down at a desk all day long and do one thing for one person, I'm getting to do lots of things for many people. But it really is fun because I'm just blessed that I have these opportunities. I really am happy about where we are now, but I'm having to become more disciplined in my time and making sure that I don't drop balls and commitments that I've made to people. And that's hard.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So in this new season of all the balls in the air, what would you say is like the biggest lesson you've learned, either just about yourself or what works or doesn't? What are you learning in this season?
That it is easy to make excuses. I, for example, had told someone I would help them fill a table for an event last week, and we had a restaurant that opened that exact same night, and so I didn't fill that table. And it was easy for me to text that one person and say, I'm so sorry, I wasn't able to fill this table. And then I really had to stop myself and say, but to that person, that was a big deal that they had asked me to do. And to me, it was just one thing on my list that was kind of at the bottom that I could shove off. But that's not fair to them, and it's not fair to me because, I could have helped somebody that was supposed to have been at that event. I didn't fill a table. So really, discipline is the big thing that I'm learning, only to break off as much as I can chew, to not overcommit, but really even the things that I think are small and insignificant that I could probably get away with not doing, those are important to people, and so I need to be a big girl and do everything that I say I'm going to do. So that's the big thing that I'm learning in this season is discipline. Not really even time management, think I'm pretty good at that. That's something that we as adults do, especially if we have a career outside of the home and then with our home life. It's just having the discipline to follow through.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's a hard lesson.
It's not fun, but
No.
yeah, it's needing to be learned.
So do you have any, I'm thinking about the people that are watching it. I think we mostly have a lot of young moms, a lot of women. Their life doesn't look like yours, but it's busy in their own way.
Yes.
What are some practical things that you're discovering? Like, what works for you to help you do all of these things that you're committed to doing?
Using my helpmate. Josh is amazing. Like, we have a very non-traditional marriage in the sense that Josh is my kid's room mother, and that's okay. I can't be at this school all the time, and his job is a little bit more flexible than a lot of these things that I'm dealing with right now in regard to my other responsibilities. And Josh loves that. Like, he loves being involved in our kids' lives. And so there shouldn't be mommy guilt about that. It's okay that my husband, that I ask him, or that he is willing and interested in stepping up and filling in some of the traditional mom roles that we have. He also takes the kids to school. That way I can go on and do the other things that I need to start doing for the day. And that's okay. Like, it's okay not to feel guilty about using your helpmate and him using you in non-traditional roles. That way y'all can help each other out. I think that's a big thing, is asking for help. Also using your in-laws. I know a lot of people, I play tennis with this girl, and she always feels bad about asking her in-laws to do something. And I actually know her in-laws, and I know that they really do enjoy helping. And it's okay to ask for help. That's the thing I would encourage, especially young moms. If you have family that lives close, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to do everything all the time. You can, outsource and be creative and not have to feel that guilt and that burden of not being able to, or not just physically being able to handle everything at one time. It's okay to ask for help.
Right.
I love it. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I love what you said about you don't have to feel the mommy guilt, because I think that is so, we live in this world of Pinterest and social media, and everyone is always, look what I'm doing, look how great this is. And I used to kind of fall into that a little bit, like some of it because I enjoyed it. Like, I used to love throwing the big birthday party, like, over the top. And I got to a point in my life where it became more stressful than it was fun. And it wasn't about my kid having a great time anymore. It was about doing all the things that I felt like I was supposed to do to create this perfect Pinterest party. And, it's like, as soon as I let that go and we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's right.
I think they had just as much fun. And I mean, just to let yourself off the hook of that guilt. Like, it's okay to eat more takeout than maybe you think you should, or whatever. So
I think social media is like a blessing and a curse in our generation, in that it is so artificial, and it's entertaining and it's fun and it's a creative outlet. But the day, like you said, that it starts to not be fun in your life, or not being a wholesome additive to your life, I think you should really start reevaluating. I see all these Facebook shares about artificial coloring and fat and cholesterol for your kids, and should you not. And I would just take it with a grain of salt. My kids eat at McDonald's often, and they are healthy beings. They haven't sprouted a sixth toe or anything like that. And while that's not a common thing I would like to occur, it's going to be okay. I mean, at the end of the day, what did our mothers do when we were younger? You just do the best you can. You just got to do the best you can, and then let the cards fall where they may, and they're going to be okay.
Exactly. I think that's so true. I actually today, Selah got called from school that she's sick, and we had this interview scheduled. She has a doctor's appointment. So Josh is taking her. And you know what? For about 30 seconds, I kind of felt guilty. Like, it should be the mom that takes care of the sick kid. But I'm like you. I've got this amazing husband who has the time. He can handle it. And guilt was kind of rising up in me. And I actually said, hey, Selah, is it okay if Dad takes you to the doctor? And she's like, yeah, why not? And so I think so much of it is just, it's in our minds, and it is all of these false expectations that we put on ourselves. It's ridiculous. So
that's right.
I'm glad you said that. I think something that I read that was helpful too is, instead of just writing all of your to-do lists, is start writing a to-don't list. Like, this is just what I don't do, you know? And it's fine if all the other moms around you or all the other women you know do those things. If that's not something that's in your wheelhouse, or if someone in your life can do it better, it can be on your to-don't list. And then just, you know, wipe the guilt away with it or something like that.
That's right. I think you should also add things you actually want to do on your list. Like, I can't wait sometimes to put my kids in bed and just to read a book and for no one to talk to me and for me not to check my phone. And
Right.
that's okay. Like, we forget as moms in this season of our life that it's okay to do some fun things for yourself. Like, don't feel guilty. Go see a movie during the middle of the day by yourself, or go eat by yourself. And it's okay for you to, you know, to slice a little bit out of your day and not feel guilty about, you know, going to get a pedicure or doing things like that. So I think that's important too, because I think that keeps us also in a healthy mindset at this age, because we do go in so many different directions, whether we're a stay-at-home mom or a mom that stays at home a little bit and works a little bit, or whatever we are doing. Every woman is busy and every woman has things that are important, but I think you need to also focus on things that, you know, you still want to do to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things we know that you have started in the last year or so, one of those balls you're juggling in the air, is a super fun Facebook group, I guess is how it started, called Trading Up. So probably your love of a good deal and shopping and things like that. Tell us a little bit about Trading Up and what it is, or why you started it, and then maybe some of your best deals or just some things that you've seen come from Trading Up.
I love it. Well, Trading Up originally started out as an underground ministry. I don't tell a lot of people that, but shopping can be a ministry, and I believe that with my whole heart. So one day about a year ago in August, I was sitting at my kitchen bar, and I had some Tory Burch shoes. So if you know anything about Tory Burch shoes, she makes these adorable shoes that I would wear to work. But for my feet, they're adorable to look at, but they hurt my feet. I cannot wear them. So I had a few pair of shoes that I had invested in that I thought, I really want to sell these, but how am I going to make any money? And, you know, you really can't. It's discouraged from selling stuff just like on your random Facebook page, because then people are wondering why you're selling things. So I decided I would start a little Facebook group called Trading Up, and I would just start it among friends. That way, I knew a lot of my friends have great stuff, and we all wear similar sizes, and they can buy my stuff, I can buy their stuff, and we begin shopping, recycling. So it started out just as one page, and over a few months later, it broke into 2 pages. There's a kids page and an adult page. And right now, Lubbock, the 2 pages, has over 20,000 members, and it's still private. It's not open to the public. So to be a member of Trading Up, you have to have at least one friend in common with me. And then we have, I think, 14 cities that are open throughout the state of Texas that I've licensed out to have their own Trading Up pages. And so an admin runs those pages, and it's her and her friends who live in that area. And we are about to move to our own website, our private website that's PayPal integrated and has a lot of really cool features. It's ready. I just haven't had time to move us over there. So we're going to be doing that soon. But the vision behind Trading Up is I've been that stay-at-home mom who we lived paycheck to paycheck. And if I wanted to go get my nails done, I didn't have an extra $35 to do that. And I really didn't have a way of making any extra money. And then I also have friends who are single moms who they want their kids to have nice Under Armour and Polo and, different clothes, and they can't afford to buy it new. And so Trading Up really is a ministry where our members have an outlet to sell the things in their home to make money. It's very easy and very simple. And also to purchase nice things for themselves and their kids at great prices that are a little bit used. And there's no consignment fees. They get to keep everything that they make. And so I know we've seen someone's house burned down, and Trading Up members all joined together and provided beds and sheets and towels and clothing for those people. And so it's really just an outlet that I provided, and these amazing people in our community have come together to make it what it is. And so it's really cool to see how that has grown and prospered and helped a lot of people. So, and a lot of people have become shopping addicts, but that's okay. I think it's still a ministry we'll use as we'll bring it back around full circle. So
I love it. Let me just tell you, I'm a Trading Up member. I think I kind of got in on the ground floor, and everything you say is so true. Like I know people that have been so blessed because they couldn't afford certain things, but they were able to through trading up. And then I know of some family members who had friends that had friends that needed real help. And trading up members are just amazing. So I love what you said. Shopping can be a ministry. It really can.
It totally can. Trading up has proven that. Josh was in total denial. He was like, I think this is like a cop-out. I don't see how this can be a ministry. And I was like, absolutely it is. And so what I added on the new website, whenever we moved there, everything is in categories. And so you can follow the categories that interest you. And so if you don't want to see men's clothing, you won't select that in your feed. And so you won't ever need to see it. But I've added a category for prayer requests and for charity needs where people can post, I have this friend in need. And that way people don't get offended if it's just in a main feed. But if you have a heart for helping people, you'll be able to go to a certain category. Then there's also a category for community needs and prayer and outreach and chit chat. So I think it's become more of like a social community also in addition to just shopping.
Yeah, I love it. That's so great. So best deal that you personally have gotten on Trading Up. Do you have a great one or someone that you know of?
Okay, so I love Lululemon, but the clothing brand new is pretty outrageously priced. But on Trading Up, you can get it at least 50-60% off, and the girl might have worn it, 2 times. And so I have countless amazing Lululemon steals. But just the other day, I was kind of in the market for a new purse, and a friend of mine who happens to love Louis Vuitton had made a purchase of a brand new Louis Vuitton purse. She carried it a few times. The strap, she didn't like it. And so I got it for literally like 75% off. And it's been carried 2 months. And so I think so what I'll do is I believe in recycling. My husband has taught me the value of recycling. So now that I've purchased a new purse, I will sell one of my existing purchases on Trading Up and pay for the other one. So it's just come full circle. It's a great thing.
That's cool.
I wish we had a Trading Up in Nashville.
Oh, I can make it so. If you want to be the admin, they have the Trading Up in Nashville.
I've been on one like buy, sell, trade page, and those people wear me out. I'm like, they need the Trading Up rules.
It's the rules that keep us above reproach, because I'm a stickler on those rules, and I kick girls out men too. I actually have kicked out more men. If you don't follow the rules, they are about respect. Haggling is not respectful, in my opinion. Some people, I know they love it. They love a good banter back and forth. But in my opinion, we should respect the price that someone is asking for their item unless they mark it OBO. And so I kicked out plenty of person for not following those rules.
That's good. That's why you are in charge. I like it.
And that's
politics that has taught me to be tough about that. I'm like, you didn't follow the rules, you're out.
And that's why I could not administrate a Trading Up page, because I'd be like, it's fine. Yeah, you know what? You can pick it up later. It's fine. So nobody would want me to be the admin. I would be the pushover. But I appreciate the stickler for the rules. So Chanda, we so appreciate you joining us today and just sharing your story and your heart. We love you. We love your family. Chanda actually lives like 2 doors down from our parents. And so we get to see their kids playing a lot. Our kids get to play with their kids. And we just love it. So you guys are awesome. And I love that you have a real heart for ministry. And I think whatever you approach in life, you look at it as a ministry, whether it's politics, you know that God's put you in that place and you are just a light for him there, whether it's a online shopping thing, it's like, it's just God just uses you wherever he puts you. And so we just are so grateful for you joining us, and we thank you so much for being
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to watch your podcast from here on out, and I think this is a great aspect that y'all are using for ministry. It's awesome.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll be back with you next week with a whole new guest and a whole new show, and it'll be fun. So everybody have a great week. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 2 of the In Between podcast. Don't forget to go to our website, theinbetween.com, and check out all the stuff there, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and join the In-Betweeners and become part of our community. Thanks so much, and we hope you have a great week.